Colleagues, you have an agenda. I want us to adopt the agenda. The agenda is what I've said. We'll have the presentation from Spako Makato. The deputy chair will lead the delegation from this side, and then management will run it. Then we'll have institutional forum presenting. Then we'll have a student representative council. Then we'll have labor presenting, and then we'll have discussions. But before the chair of council, obviously, the DG will lead a presentation from the department. And if the deputy minister arrives before, then she will then lead that part. So that's the agenda of today. We do have, like I said, colleagues, I've received, following our meeting on Friday, I'd received letters from three members of the committee representing their political parties. I received one from Honorable Kakao of the Democratic Alliance. I received one from Honorable Ngubane of MKP, and one from Sanele Zondo, Honorable Zondo from the IFP. The letters have got similar content. They are not similar, but they've got similar content. Following our meeting on Friday, they wrote to me requesting me to consider the possibility of summoning the response of the advisory panel of the minister, who must summon it, as they would have said that the minister is refusing to give us the advisory panel. I wrote to them on Monday, all of them, and I indicated to them that I honestly don't think that is necessary. I believe that the minister did indicate that she's going to find out from those affected people. She's going to check the POPI Act and come back to us whether she can release the name or not, the names or not. I subsequently wrote to all members who wrote to me, and I indicated that I think it's a bit, I don't think we would be giving or would be fair to the process, because the minister did not say that she will not give it. She said she will go and consult. I did go and check even on the meeting how it would have came out. Indeed, initially she was refusing, but ultimately she agreed that she will go and consult, and therefore summoning them, they will be premature. So subsequently, I've received another letter last night from Honorable Kakao, disagreeing with that guidance that I would have given, indicating that we must bring the discussion here before you, so that you members can take a decision on the matter. So that is the point I wanted us to start with. Like I said, we went to check if the minister really is refusing, or she did say that she will consult and come back. So my advice would have been that maybe let's have that discussion, but give timelines to respond to us. Honorable Khachau says, wrote to me, like I said last night, says no. Let's bring the discussion before Parliament. So I'm going to give members about 3 minutes each. Those who want to comment on it, I'll start with you, Honorable Khachau. Those who want to comment on it, and then we'll take a posture from there. Honorable Khachau.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chair, I appreciate the speed with which you I appreciate the speed within which you've operated in responses. I think that's very proactive and I think it works. My issue here, Chairperson, is you're correct that initially the minister refused 100%. But even in the minister's communication that she is going to come back, the minister wasn't saying she's going to go gather the information, draw up the information we want and come submit it to Parliament. The minister said she's going to ask for permission from the people, whether imaginary or not, that comprise the selection and evaluation panel. And then only if she gets permission from those people will she table the people before Parliament. That is something that is completely different from if the minister says, I understand that it is something I must do, given the provisions of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, as you correctly outlined, Chairperson. You would know, you would know that Section 92, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. So it's completely different because she can't tell us she cannot give us those names, or if she wants to, she must first go get permission from those people because of Bopi. There's no such thing. And we know that. And
it's okay. Let's. Are we on TikTok, Deputy Chair?
Yes. So as I said in my letter, and I would like to maintain, it is not up to the minister to dictate to this committee and to Parliament whether or not she will answer the questions of Parliament or not. It is up to Parliament to dictate to the minister that she must, as it already is there's a provision in the Constitution for her to do so, and it is also up to us to decide by when she should do so. So the only reason why, on behalf of the Democratic Alliance, I submitted that there must be a subpoena process is because even if she comes back tomorrow, she made it very clear that she's not interested in telling us who those people are. So it is incumbent on us as Parliament to take our authority seriously and act to ensure that the minister doesn't come back again tomorrow and say that she has consulted her imaginary people or her secret panel and that those people are saying no. So it shouldn't be up to her. The committee must get that. The people of the Republic of South Africa deserve to know who the secret selection and evaluation panel for the appointment of SETA boards are, if it exists, and if it exists under whose authority they acted, according to which timelines, and we need to have a clear understanding of the process that followed from the 573 applications that were received up until the 20 ultimate selections of the board appointments. So I don't think we should be graceful there, particularly because we're dealing with a minister who hasn't been graceful herself.
Thank you very much, Honorable Gubane.
Yeah, Chair, thank you very much. I think we appreciate, Chair, to open the conversations a bit. From our side, as MK Party Chair, we accept your response to our letter, and we will wait for it. But I want to highlight that on our letter, we've clearly stipulated that we give Minister 7 days to give us all that information. And the conversation about it's on the minister's prerogative to go and ask for permission, to us, it doesn't exist. This is a public entity, and minister is a public official as well. She doesn't have a right of whether she will consult with whoever she will consult with to get the permission. If these people were involved with the public work, whether they were voluntary or what, this is a public institution. The public that voted for us here deserve all that information. On top of that, Chair, to show that it's not on the minister's prerogative to give the information. Us as MK, we filled in the barrier from Promotion of Access to Information Act, which is, I think, on the implementation of Section 32 of the Constitution of the Information Regulation of RSA, which she is bound to give that information. And then on top of that, since we've given the minister 7 days, if it comes to a push and within 7 days she doesn't respond, as MK Party, we're going to go to court and go and subpoena to court that we get all those records that we want to know, so that the public knows who's this anonymous panel that has given us this disaster that we've experienced in CITAS, whom today the CEOs are now acting as board as we speak. They sign, they approve on their own. It's a mess. Thank you very much, Chair.
No, thank you very much. On a lighter note, when you say you want to go to court, I'm reminded that this week you've already lost the court case. No, I'm joking. Anybody else want to take a bite on Honorable No?
No, thanks very much, Chair. I wish to align myself with your ruling, mainly because it is a way that says, let's allow the minister to go and deal and process the matter and come back, because it will only be fair as legislators that we appealed to the minister last week and then she's processing our response, and we should give her time also to come back, because she's been coming back, being responsive, and immediately after that she will be able to assist the committee in going forward. And for the interest of time, having the fact that we're having a sitting, I was proposing that such items must, in most instances, we should deal with the agenda item as it is, or we should make them an item, so that we're able to understand that they fall in part of our meetings, so that we'll be able to preserve time. And I think it's only fair we allow her time, so she can come back and say, this is what I've said and this is what I've consulted with, and I'm going to report back to South Africans. So I want to align myself with your ruling, and I want to agree that we allow her time and space, and then she will be indeed come back, as she's always accountable to this parliament, and she understands the roles and the rules of the country. Thank you.
Crocodile?
Thank you, Chair. I think the minister has actually displayed a level of arrogance towards the committee, and then coming forth with disclosing the names of the people who are advising her in making sure that she executes her responsibilities as a minister. It's a matter of a fact that she must come before the committee and report and give names of those people. But to say that she's going to consult, I mean, you cannot come before the committee and say, I'm having a list of people who are advising me, but you do not want to disclose the names of those people that are actually advising you as the minister. Why do you come publicly and tell us that you've got people who are advising you, but when we ask you questions, who are those people, you are unable to tell us who are those people? So I think as the EFF, we really need to know who are those people, and the minister must come as quick as possible to come and give us the list of those people. If it takes time, Chair, it will take the EFF also as well to look for other avenues to compel the minister to come before this committee and give us the list of those people who are advising her, because the public need to know the name of those people. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. I hope the other avenues is not caught, because you are fresh from losing yesterday. So I'll come back to you. Let me just give others who have raised their hand. Mama Seko.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, the reality of the whole thing is we must use also the right word. It's not advisors, it's the panelists. Yeah, the volunteers. My volunteer are the panel. So those are the names that we need. It's not a consolidated report that you can say pushback. It's just the name, and it's only 5 names, as she indicated, that she just have to tell us who are those people. So I don't see a reason of us beating around the bush seriously to say, go back and try to consolidate the report it's about the names. Give us the names and that's all. I mean, that's the only thing that each and every member in this committee that's saying they want those to know who are those people. So if maybe you can communicate with her to say that she must give us the names. And if she doesn't give us the names, what are the reasons? So that I think each and every political party, they're going to exhaust every revenue to make sure that at the end, the South Africans, they know who are those 5 people that were on the selection panel. So it's better for her to give us the names or communicate to you, because it's giving you a headache of trying to mitigate this thing of the 5 names. So rather communicate with us through you to say, I'm not going to do it. And then we know what is it that we have to do. Then it will be clear to us what is it that we have to do. And the unfortunate part, the MK party, they've given the 7 days. So that means she has limited time. In fact, 7 days is a lot. It's for the court, but from us, it has to be about the 3 days, because already we engaged with her and we said we want those names, and then the commitment she did on that day was she's going to consult with them and then she'll come to us and tell us who are those people if they agree. But she doesn't have that option, so she needs to give us the names.
Thank you.
If we can get it. Thank you.
Khabo? Please let's give Honorable Soul space to be next to us this side. Honorable Khabo?
No, thank you very much, Chairperson.
No khalemela batho ba dikoti.
No, thank you very much, Chairperson. Chair, let me firstly agree with the proposal that the minister must be allowed an opportunity to present before the committee. But at the same time, take this opportunity to demystify a narrative that is finding expression or that has been perpetuated by certain members for their own reasons. A narrative that seeks to paint a picture that the minister is literally refusing to present names. That's the narrative that is wrong, because unless deliberately we are quoting the minister out of context. Because the minister, she has indicated in last week's meeting is that she would be providing the committee with the names. What she would not rather do is to avail the details that includes your ID numbers. That's what the minister has indicated. So for us to come into this meeting and behave as if the minister literally refused to report back to the committee in relation to the names, it is wrong. But number 2, Chairperson, it is equally wrong for us to go around and fundraise for items that are not existing on our agenda. It's wrong. It's wrong because we are here to address the issue of Sefako Makgatho. Unless we are on a fishing expedition, of which some of us were not part of it. And that fishing expedition must be confronted and be exposed for what it truly is. Because we are now misusing the time of Parliament to address other issues that are not even relevant for today's engagement. You know, we are like some honorable member who wanted to cry in a wrong funeral in the last meeting. He comes into a meeting very late. We have adopted the agenda. He decides to deviate from the agreed or the engagement that is at hand. We must refuse to go to that level, Chairperson. Even if we are tempted, driven by the social networking narrative, we must refuse that temptation, Chairperson. With that being said, Chair, I'd propose that we continue with our agenda and deal with the business of the day. I therefore move to adopt the agenda. Thank you very much.
Susan?
No, thanks, Chair. In fact, thank you very much for also exercising your prerogative of putting in an item that is pending before the committee, which I think is your prerogative, Chairperson, before we deal with the agenda. There's a saying, yes, Zulu, eti ngishutulu indoda. So I was not tempted to speak on this matter because Honorable Ngubane had already alluded to the views of the organization, part. But I feel it's important for me to emphasize the fact that what we're interrogating, or some of us are interrogating on this very matter of the independent panel, is the credibility of the panel. And also it's of public interest that the minister present the names of the independent panel. And I think my fellow honorable member, Honorable Khabo, is speaking about a different matter. The matter that we agreed to are the names of the applicants where the minister had indicated that she will provide the master list without the details.
Sure.
For now, what we are engaging on is the matter of the
so-called
Composition.
independent panel.
Yeah.
We tried to find out from the minister the process and the criteria and all of that as it relates to that particular independent panel. She was not forthcoming. Now we want the profiles of this so-called independent panel because it's of public interest, and secondary, it played a pivotal role in the outcry of the public as mentioned in many engagements on this subject matter. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Desiree.
Yeah, I'm not going to add. I also felt that we should not wash our washing in front of entity that's supposed to be appeared. Maybe if we did it afterwards, it would have been better. But I think we've taken note, and we must be careful. There are names of applicants, there are names of panels, whatever, who responds to who and who's forced to give. Who can use the POPI Act, not only the department or minister, so can we as individuals, as you. I just don't think it's the right time to discuss this matter because it's of no interest to our entity.
Thank you very much. Let me summarize what you are saying. When I started, I said political parties wrote to the chair. The chair responded and indicated that the chair does not agree that the minister has refused to give the names of this panel. There's a process that the minister wanted to follow, which in the meeting last week, I thought we had agreed that she will go and come back. And that's why I responded. That's why I did indicate in my letter to these political parties that indeed Section 92, subsection 2, empowers us to do X, Y, and Z. But the minister did not refuse. And I said, I went back and checked in the meeting, and she said, these people are not being paid by the department. And seated here, I'm not sure whether providing their names will be prejudicing on their rights or not. And therefore, I will go and check, and then I'll come back. And that's why I wrote to you and I said, I went to check there. Initially, she refused, but she did say, please switch off.
Yeah, because I wanted to speak.
No. Switch off. I will come back to you guys. And I responded to you guys. And last night, like I said, Honorable Kakao said, no, I don't agree with your ruling. Bring it before the committee for a decision. I've listened to all of you. There's no one who's saying the minister must not be given a chance to bring the names. So what you guys are saying without saying it is that we must now write to her and give her a time frame to respond on this matter. And what I'm going to open for you now, because I've listened to all of you here, none of you are agreeing or are disagreeing that she must be given a responsibility. Welcome, Honorable Souls. I'll give you as well if but what I'm going to open for now is on the time frames. What is the time frame that we're going to we're not discussing? Now, I've listened to all of you. There's a consensus. We know it's not unanimous, but there's consensus that she must be given space. So we're agreeing that we will give her that space. I now want to note hand on those who are going to say we're giving her until this time to give us the time. So I'll start with you, Honorable Kakao. How much time are we giving her?
Chair, I think it would be justified for me to say that the minister, she had Friday, I think that was the last meeting, and then today is Wednesday, and she had her time to consider whether she wants to do this or not. I think it would be fair to say, because those people, if they exist, she knows who they are. There's no need for us to give her a plethora of time.
How long?
So days, by end of business tomorrow.
End of business tomorrow, Mama Seko.
Chair, I think because we are mandating you to communicate with her, Monday will be the day that will give enough time for you also to do administration communicating with her. So let's do Monday.
Thank you. Susan?
No, thanks, Chair. We have submitted 7 days from the day of the meeting. So when 7 days are ending, I think it would be Friday. 7 days since the meeting.
Nothing over?
Chair, as exactly as my colleague has agreed, what I raised hands for, Chair, I wanted to highlight that on our letter, we even included the requirements as well for NSA board's appointment, because I saw on your letter, you responded about the CETA and the NSF. So we've included the NSA board as well, that because we seems to be told that we're scratching on the surface. Thank you.
Yeah, you sent 2 letters. Yeah, so we're dealing with one letter. Yeah. Desiree?
Chair, I think there is a solution. If the letter was sent on Friday for 7 days, it's coming Friday. You can do, I think, by law till the end of business, and Monday morning it would be available, as Honourable Maseko has proposed. There is no reason to do homework on it. It's put a pen on paper and write to you. Because the names are known to the minister, she used them. So I think I agree with the proposal, the 7 days and the Monday. Works out.
Thank you, Chair. I think it's just a matter of giving us names. It doesn't have to take long. The minister must, as soon as end of business tomorrow, give us those names, because we need those names. That is why also I want to agree with the previous
okay.
speaker.
No,
Yeah.
okay. I said
No,
we're
Chair, but
opening-
what you are doing is wrong.
we're opening for the.
No, but Honorable Ngubani spoke,
I was speaking
he
on a
gave the
separate
proposal
matter.
and he also articulated after the proposal.
No,
And
you're
I
speaking
also
on
want
a
to make a
separate
point
matter.
to say that this thing of opening this type of discussion here in front of these people, it's open loopholes where by Honorable Khabo will come and openly politically defend the minister who has never agreed to
Yeah,
even want to
you're
give
out
us
of
this.
order. You're going
So
to.
it is wrong. We're supposed to do this thing
Chair,
after
Chairman,
we are done with this
Chairman,
process.
no, don't
Order,
do
Chair.
that. You are going to disrupt our meetings.
No, I'm not disrupting. I'm
Honorable
just
Khabo,
giving a clear indication because he just exposed himself.
but I've not recognized you, please.
Now, if defending the truth is exposing oneself, then there's no problem. It's the truth I'm willing to die for.
Timelines.
7 days from the day you'll be sending that letter to the minister. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. I want to concur that we give the minister 7 days because it's a new item already. We've discussed it in this day. So 7 days. Thank you.
Honorable Souls. Introduce yourself as well, my brother.
All right. Good morning, Chair, and everyone else, Deputy Minister, DG, and everyone. My name is Ashley Kloike, the First Salt. I'm a member of this committee. My response, Chair, 48 hours. So I agree with Friday.
No, okay, thank you very much. I've listened to yourselves with very different timelines. Ordinarily, when we write to even the entity here that's before us, we normally give them 7 days from the time we've written to them. We do so because we don't want these entities to say that we're punitive. We want to find them at fault. So I want to plead with you to agree that we'll write now whilst we're in the meeting, we'll write to the minister who's in the cabinet. She'll probably see it when they close, when they leave cabinet, in any case today. So we ask her that today is the 4th. that by no later than Wednesday, the 11th, she must give us the names there. So we should have enough time to consult with the work that she wanted to do, and noting that if we say tomorrow, she might not even get some of those people. So let's just be cognizant to that. So we'll give her till the 11th. We'll write the letter here, and then what's wrong with that?
Chair, the provisor is that we're meeting next week, Wednesday. So if you give us 7 days, it must be in time for the meeting on Wednesday.
The next week, Wednesday, we're meeting for Ingwe. We're meeting for a separate matter. So there's no bearing whether she send it at 11 next week or at 9. Please, colleagues, so let's continue. Yes, what's more?
Thank you, Chair. I hear the ruling. It's fine. I have no dispute
Yeah.
because I mean, democracy says all of you don't think we must give him time because you're like cuter than I am. My issue is we haven't resolved, however, that if the minister does not comply, then what do we do? Because I don't want us to, after if
Yeah.
let's just make sure that our house is neat, so that we agree that if the minister doesn't, are we continuing with this with the summons process, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we have legal process that will follow. We'll then speak to legal to advise us on what will be the best possible way to do this thing if that does not happen. Honorable Khabo, but
No,
I don't understand.
Chairperson, I get why reseka molato motho e sa shwe.
Yeah,
Why are we preempting the outcomes?
yes,
Why? Let's allow the 11th to come.
yes.
Then we'll take it from that point.
Thank you. Yeah.